Come closer. Feel what you've been dying for. Put your hand on my thigh. Don't. Higher and higher. Be afraid, baby. Feel me in between. Yeah, touch it. Wherever you want. It's all right. And explode. I don't mind because you're so fine. Understand. You're so sensual that I love you. When I first saw you on the dance floor, mama. Oh, but more than that, I just had to. I want you. Ooh, everybody always told me over and over, good things come to those who wait. Desire, you and me. Pumping the electric intercourse. I've got so much on the menu. I just can't. Oh, the fantasy. I can't wait, baby. Can we please do it? I can't wait, baby. Let's do it by the mirror, baby, so I can see what I want to see. So I can wrap my legs around you, girl. Be what I want to be. Because, sugar, you know, I want to suck your every emotion. Just emotion. You're just the kind of lover right straight out of your mind that I've been looking for. Then wrap my legs around you, mama, tonight. Why don't we skip all the foreplay, mama, and slide in you one more time? Just get down here on the floor. Oh, please. Scandalous. It's Friday. You know what that means. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Dr. Funk live show. Thank you guys so much for subscribing when the show is on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. Subscribing on YouTube. Check us out on the Facebook fan page. I think today we're just going to be leaving it here on Facebook and YouTube only. And guys, always thank you so much for donating. What's going on, ladies? Where the fellas at? Hopefully without the trolls. Good to see you guys. Just here we do random shows. Really nothing going on too much, although I did see Judith Hill the other day. So there's other things going on that we can talk about, except a couple of things. And I'm sure you know what it is. You shouldn't be watching those videos. So let's keep it that way. So, yes, Friday night action here. And there's the troll. Maybe we should block him. What do you guys think? So, how was the show with Judith? We'll get into that. How are you guys doing, first of all? Hopefully everyone got their Christmas shopping done or still doing it. I won't be going out anywhere. I did get a gift of a candle from a person that has always been extremely nice to me, although I never met them. So I appreciate them so much, just like I appreciate you guys. So, you know, hopefully I'm looking all right, standing up. I had to like put some books up to keep it a little bit higher. So, you know, and we'll go in on that. Easy night, relaxing. Isn't that what we all like? Well, someone isn't having dinner plans. So, yeah. There we go. Hope everyone is doing all right. So, yeah, just figure we do a random show, hit and run style, not giving you too much of an advance warning, so it can just be us. Sometimes we like shows in the hundreds. Sometimes we like shows in the thousands. Sometimes we just want to chill. So it's just you and me without getting too scandalous, right? Right. I don't know, I keep looking at that forehead even with the long hair. I may just put the hat back on or make it even worse and put it like this. So then people can't see the eyes. Let's see who complains the most. Got YouTube in the house, got Facebook in the house like usual. So, yes. We don't want to do shows that have visuals and are live. So, there we go. What's going on, Australia? Up in the house. Good to see you. Good to be seen. So there we go. Yeah. What happened to set up no Prince background? See, I've been watching the show recently. Kind of had that since March. Although people want Baby Yoda back. But I was told by some people like that were on the show that look more professional just with a regular background. So Toronto, bread, NYC. So we're both live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. What's going on, Marcus? Hope you're doing well, man. Should I say anything about your Steelers and my pretend boys? I can still rep them, but let's be honest here. Even though they won last night, they still suck. They only beat 2 teams this year with a winning record. So, Cowboy fans, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. So, yeah. Cowboys are my team, even if they suck or not. That's still my team. Lakers, when LeBron goes away, then they can be my team again. So, not a LeBron fan. Sorry to say. But I support teams, not individuals. But it's the Los Angeles LeBrons with him on it. Any new updates in the next release in the estate? Stuff I can't talk about yet. And we're looking forward to the future. And of course, like I want to do a show at the beginning of 2022 when you guys want, but it may be better to do that show in June because you guys ain't going to get exactly what you want yet. You're going to get stuff that's been talked about, but you may not get exactly what you need for the time being. So, good Lord, are they playing the Vikings, or are you just in there just to be in there? Because it was cold last month. I can just imagine what it's going to be in December. So, yeah, I am in the room with you, fully clothed. Don't go there. So, who's up for Super Bowl? We'll find that out. But at least the only people that have their tickets punched to it are Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and a few others. I'm sure the Tupac hologram will be rolling up in that too. So looking forward to anything being released. It's positive and you won't be disappointed. Woo. Low of 23. We got into that. Me and Pej, it was around 18 degrees one night. Very thankful for Pej. So, but yeah, as long as those heaters work in Minnesota, you're good. So, would I like to see Adele sing a Prince song in concert? Sure, why not? I mean, look, we all know it was a Dylan cover, but in Prince's mind, when she was doing Make You Feel My Love, it's the girls, the MPG divas, were covering Adele, not Dylan. Just like All Along the Watchtower was Hendrix, not Dylan. That's what a lot of people don't understand. So they're giving credit to Dylan. They're being technical, but they're not thinking about it in the artistic way that Prince was thinking of it. There you go. But what Adele song would you want her to sing? Because everyone's saying like her new song sounds a little bit like Purple Rain, just in a different key. You guys can slam Taylor Swift all you want, but she didn't do that, did she? All right, then. So, yeah. Happy birthday, Cindy. Hopefully you don't feel as old as you are, supposedly. I don't know what Jill is tripping on. Don't know what you're talking about. There's other people that are tripping, and we're not going to discuss them. There's no point. It's other people that want to feed into stuff. So, yeah. I saw a lot on the Scandalous anniversary. 32 years? Has it really been? That's your question. So, you know. And right now for December, we're just kind of chilling. This way I can do the shows without having to worry about booking, having to worry about different things. And in all honesty, until certain things change, it is going to be crazy town. So that's all we got to wonder about. So yeah, you know, and crime is up everywhere, which is a sad fact going down here in LA for sure. So remember, when it comes to social media, use social media. Don't let social media use you. That's what it comes down to. Don't get caught up in that stuff and other people's BS for sure. Yeah. If that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what's up 32 years. It doesn't make me feel old. I try not to get into that because those are the things that age you, and there's nothing wrong with aging. But it's the experience of it, hearing it for the first time and doing other things. So you don't have to get caught up so much in it. Just don't be a grown person acting like a child. That's where the problem comes in. You know, you want to be your age and be people like, you look good for that. So there you go. You know, so that's what it comes down to. Shannon wasn't going to be having a trip down to LA to check out Judith Hill, or, you know, born in 58. Congrats. I was born in years that have numbers, but it's all good. Mariah doesn't believe in birthdays. Good way to live. Hey, didn't Prince feel that way too? You guys can celebrate birthdays for him. That's why they had the celebrations in June originally. You can age for the both of them. So that's what it comes down to. Too far. I got you, especially with some variance tripping. The summer of 1969. Great Bryan Adams song, but was it really about the year? All right. So yeah, when it came to the Judith Hill show last Saturday night at the Troubadour in Los Angeles in West Hollywood, she was getting that chicken scratch on for sure. 16 song set, doing stuff from back in time, doing stuff from her previous 3 albums, Golden Child, Baby I'm Hollywood, and I'm forgetting the other one right now. But she was bringing it, you know, had her family, had her mom on the boards, had her dad on bass, had a drummer backing her up as well, and she did the damn thing. So, you know, it's a good show. Don't expect her to talk about Prince or stuff, but she does do the songs. She does do Cry, Cry, Cry as well. So you're getting your money's worth. And she puts on a good show. It was great with the opening act as well. I'm blessed to say my age. Some people don't make it to my age. Congratulations, Cindy. It's a good thing. That's how people got to live. What do I think of Britney dancing and Prince on Instagram these days? She does it a lot. She did it when she wasn't free. She did it when she's free. It's mostly Kiss and Sexy MF, right? We got to hip her that Prince does have more than the songs are on the hits too, because she would work out to that back in the day. MTV, it showed her working out to it, but they wouldn't play his music back then. So yeah, you know, Judith needs to get some support. You know, a lot of people were hard on her. I don't think I was too easy on her at first with stuff. I think we were all kind of in shock and reacting instead of just chilling. So that's what it comes down to. But definitely check out Judith. And I know overseas in France, they got Liv Warfield's going to be there in a few months. So that should be good. So yeah. Judith Hill was the truth for sure on that. Got to keep it going with real music by real musicians. You can still support Britney. Don't get me wrong. So 51 seems like far away to me. Let's keep it that way. But I'm glad you made it to 51 and you're doing the damn thing. We all need to be here for a while, right? Because 2020 sucked. 2021 was the sequel to sucking. Let's hope that 2022 will be a little bit easier for us all, right? Right. So, yeah. There we go. Excuse me, cat got my tongue. So yeah, let's be like fans of the Cowboys, sipping that tea a little too much. You gotta sip it just enough so you don't become overrated. So yes. Be around for a while. Shannon, did you make it to the Palluck? I was in Minneapolis on that date for business, so I couldn't be there, but I'm sorry I missed you guys. Although I probably would have been in the corner somewhere, just afraid of everyone, kind of like at Judith. It just becomes overwhelming right now. 22, I'm rooting for us. Anyone see Taylor Swift's merch? Because she had that one song, I don't know about you, I'm feeling 22 when she turned 22. Now I think next week she hits a birthday. I think she's 32 actually, just like Scandalous. But now she's got merch that says I'm feeling 2022 instead of I'm feeling 22. And that stuff is already selling out. Her merch is ridiculous. And I did do a few testers to see if they ship better than the print store for the most part. The problem is FedEx, because I had something sent to me weeks ago, small item, and it was sitting in Bloomington, California on Monday, not too far from me. So it should have been here by Tuesday. It's in Minnesota right now. And I put my California address, not anything from Minnesota. So you wear your mask all the time. See, like, that's my whole thing. I got vaccinated and all this stuff, so I wouldn't have to wear a mask. Whatever. I don't want to get too much into it, but I'm sorry I missed it. But here's hoping 2022 brings more logic to the world. We can all use that. So smart woman. So now they'll just have to send it back to LA. And I liked it. Like the other item, like these are small things. Like, that red shirt that I wore last week, got as a gift. Inside it was like little red stars. It's little paper ones, but it has to go with the red era. So it's kind of cool. Like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, you order something from the print store and there's like purple stars, or maybe like a print sticker, stuff like that. Like, it makes the fans feel connected in some way. Then it's just some shipping company sent it to them. That's a free idea if they're watching. I really don't like giving out free ideas because, Prince would take my ideas, but that's a different thing. But that's why I'm hoping for changes, just like I saw this week, people posting on the Scandalous stuff. There was 2 people trying to talk mess about me. You got to let it go. Because the things that you're doing, if you constantly worry about what people are saying on Facebook and everyone liking you, that's less time devoted to the future that you need to do and the future you. So, don't give them ideas. They take ideas. They do take ideas. They don't want ideas, but they take them. And then there ain't nothing shown in your bank account. What up, click? So, Eric, you want to drop what's going on? LP Music dropping something, right? They dropped it today exclusively on the Paisley 5 and Dime, a release. And I know Andre and them have a project that came out as well. You want to drop that along with your radio station you got going on? Put in there. I don't know who Jerry is, but Jay is cool. Jeremiah is cool. Funkenberry, fine. J7 will be even better. Thank you, Marie, for the designs for the show. The one on Twitter was just because it was a lot. Because I guess when you share a story, it saves it on your phone. So I was putting out the image really quick. It put out your image that you did for the story. So sorry about that. It's gonna be a tweet I'll delete anyway. So that's what it comes down to. This show won't be a tweet I'll delete, but it won't be making it onto the streaming services. So that's where it's about. But yeah. So but yes. Hope everyone has been well. Like I said, I hope you get everything you need from for your Christmas and make it very happy. Like I said, I got a lavender candle from someone, and I think that's all I'll be getting. But I'm so appreciative for it. There are times where I smell like lavender and stuff, and some people will come up to me like, "You smell good enough to eat," and I'm like, "I know," but sometimes I usually just mix colognes. Brian, I ain't touching that. Doing a good job with what they have, but they could be doing better. Instead of shooting themselves in the foot, there's people that would like to help, but they'll wait. You know. And LP Music did an exclusive release of their No Words CD with autographed poster and free download of their first ever song along with shipping included. That is on the Paisley 5 and Dime. Do I hear $50? $50 going once. 100 going once. Gotcha, Eric. Appreciate you, man. That is exclusive to the Paisley 5 and Dime. Breakdown, this is a bust and not the one made by Steve Park, eh? Brian, I learned very early on that they're sensitive to criticism. And like, you know, I'm very fortunate. Prince allowed me to be critical of him, and I was rewarded for it. Other people that were critical would get banned from Paisley Park. John Bream, I'm talking about you. But Prince allowed me to be critical. And I'm very fortunate and lucky that he allowed that. And I appreciate Bobby Z, appreciate Van Jones. A lot of people don't appreciate Damaris Lewis. Those that know when he would say that he trusted me, and it meant a lot. So, and Eric's dropping something else. All Prince Radio, Minneapolis rated, Paisley 5 and Dime Radio. And he's also got some 12-inch stuff. Someone's trying to call me right now. Should I mess with them? You're calling me while I'm on the air, so I'm picking up the call while I'm on the air. Is there anything you want to tell the other people, although you're not on speakerphone? It's okay. Hit me up later. Hope you're having a good Friday. I'll tell everyone that you say hello. Till then, bye. Don't you love screwing with people like that? There's another message coming in. Sorry, guys. But yeah. Sam Nation, Friday Club, December 3rd. He has his live shows going on. Eric, do you have P-Bay this Sunday or probably next Sunday? Still waiting for some stuff. I'll talk to you about that. What's going on, Susie? Give an example of being critical of him. There was so many opportunities. Like, okay, he didn't like why would I want to hide current comment? Oh, not this weekend. Let me put that up real quick just so I can take it away. So yeah. Like originally on the old Spreecast, we were playing like new music. Like we dropped I'm Your Driver, You're My Screw, the remix, the Screwdriver. And then Prince said, tell Doc he needs you use better judgment on my music. So instead of, oh, golly gee, Prince, I won't use your music, I went, all right, dude, you know, No one wants to see me doing a show by myself except for the people in this room right now, right? And I went, you're trying to get me on Sirius Radio for you. I need to have music. If you don't want me to use your music anymore, I won't. But it makes no sense because radio isn't playing you and other people aren't playing you. So what happened the next day? Give me music to debut on my show, edit down to 1:20, gave me the full track. We play it. Then he dropped it on Third iTunes immediately after we played it. So then Madison Dubois made a video for Boom Stratus. She made a video, comes in here, drops the video. That's what I'm talking about, is if I didn't push back, stuff wouldn't have gotten done. And it helped you guys get music faster and then hear the stuff. And then, look, a few months later, he's announcing the tour on my show. There's other things that don't happen if I don't push. Just like I'd wear certain shirts, then all of a sudden I made the shirts, they'd be sold on a tour. There's more stuff than that, but I want to keep it to where they're not getting information for free. So being able to think as Prince would think and learning from how he connected to his fan base will be helpful, but they don't see the value of that and they're missing a huge opportunity. I can't fault you for saying that 100%. Like, look, Princeton has sent me everything that I posted on my social medias on my website, but he knew that I knew what he would want to do. Not a lot of people can say that. So there'd be stuff that I got and then he put it out there, but he wasn't exactly always sending it to me, but he knew, just like we're not talking about certain people right now and their drama, he knew what, wanted to be posted and what didn't, and I knew that. So don't pay that stuff any mind. Just because it's got a grip of views on YouTube doesn't mean it should be watched. There was a rapper in the 90s called Vanilla Ice. He sold 10 million copies of his debut album. 10 million people can be wrong. Just remember that. So you see something with a lot of views, doesn't mean it's hip. It's cool when it's other people. When it's other people talking about other people that aren't here to defend themselves, it's problematic. I ordered a lot from the estate store, but nothing really makes getting from the official store special in any way. No special pricing, nothing exclusive what's going to be available in stores and retailers. Aside from the Do Me Baby cassette and that Sign of the Times singles box set, I agree with you on that. But they need to do just other things, just a thank you, goes a long way, And Reginald, I appreciate you. So I'm calling you out. I'm name checking you. I appreciate you for supporting Prince. Thank you, Prince. That's what it comes down to. And you guys are keeping the legacy alive. So that means a lot to me. I may not be the estate and be able to tell you that, but it's coming from me. And I appreciate you guys. So appreciate Eric Rogers as well. Doesn't need to get a shout out at Paisley Park. We can do it right here. So see, other non-Prince news, my daughter got her driver's license today. Lucky me. Hey, does that mean she's a fan of Olivia Rodrigo and the song Driver's License? Because that's a good song. Ice Ice Baby. And play that funky music. And look, there is a Prince connection with Vanilla Ice because that song, I Love You, that was filmed at Paisley Park, and I Love You video. The shirt that Vanilla Ice is wearing in the video, Prince is wearing the exact same shirt on the nude tour. The collar with the arrows. Rice, Rice Baby. Sounds like the people here have some really good ideas. Wow, there's a lot, but let's not give it to them for free. I just feel that there could be different ways for an MPG music club, and we talked about that, but they can take the idea, but I just don't want the ideas to be sterile. Prince thought outside the box. That's why you need people to be outside the box. And that's what I'm worried about, is that they're going to put me in that box again of saying that, oh, he's not qualified enough. He doesn't have enough experience. You don't need to pay me $10 million a year just to sit in my ass and not making deals go through. Just going to say. Milli Vanilli is an example. Yeah, Milli Vanilli won a Grammy. That's all I'm going to say. Rocket Pool has some cool extras. That's nice of them. I've kind of been staying away from Rocket Pool because some of the quality of their shirts hasn't been where it's at. Maybe you guys can tell me otherwise, because sometimes they'll have cool stuff, but it's about the quality. Like, look, I'm in Cali where it's like a warm a bunch of times. I don't want to wear a shirt that's, gonna make me sweat. I want that good cotton. I talked to the estate about that when they had the Bravado merch, where the Tupac merch was cheaper than the Prince merch, but they were using the better cotton on the Tupac shirts. What's up with that? So my 18-year-old bought a Prince shirt for himself, raised him right. I do have her listening to Prince and surprised the hell out of me that she knew all the words to Purple Rain. Now, would you be scared or surprised if she knew all the words to Sexy MF or P Control? Take an idea and execute two entirely different things. Yeah. And I don't want them to take it and not execute it properly. So that's a problem. Yeah. That good cotton. I don't want no Kanye with a hole in it for $200 cotton, but the good cotton. Now, if I make a face after drinking this, it's a protein drink. So I try not to. And of course, these drinks are hard to come by and they're not paying me to drink them. So they're not getting anything. Cowboys don't pay me, but then again, I don't buy their merchandise unless they win playoff games. So that Lowe's Farrakhan was some good. There you go. I guess I've been so afraid to wear my shirt. I don't think I've ever worn it. So, I wanted to wear a print shirt tonight. I was wearing something earlier and I didn't want to be later than I was. And sometimes I don't like to be on time because Prince wasn't on time. So it kind of how'd you feel like he's still here with us? So when we have Dave Hampton on, he always has audio problems and we're on 30 minutes past. So it depends on the day about Diamonds and Pearls Deluxe or Parade Deluxe, but you will be getting both in the future. That's all I can tell you. Dr. Ivy material that P gave you that is yet to be heard. More than likely. Just going to leave it at that. So, but he trusted me with it. That's what it comes down to. Prince can be funny. Prince sometimes could be mean. He can be really nice too, but he couldn't be nice all the time because people would take advantage of him. So cool to make a grand entrance. Yes, thank you. Good night. No. Anyway. Private concert to be at least 1 hour late. I thought it was funny with the Judith Hill thing. It said doors at 8, show at 8. The show wasn't until 10, and we're all just kind of standing there with some of us wearing our mask, other people not wearing their mask, kind of having to stand in pace, looking at some people suck some face. It's all good. Just weird times right now. Thank you, Frankie, for all that you do. Appreciate it. So, and someone's drop the donate. By the way, my email address for donations is, when I give you guys that, they don't take out as much, but I know that link makes it easier. So I was putting it for you guys that are already asking right now. So, man, Instagram just trying to give you all these notifications, and Facebook giving you notifications that are days old. What I miss the most about Prince. It encompasses all. Paul Peterson has a new Christmas CD that is very unique on eBay called Different Kind of Christmas. It's kind of Groovy Kind of Love played. So appreciate you guys. That's what it comes down to for sure. We'll make things do it, but I need your guys' support in 2022 when stuff happens. I'll fight for myself, but I need you guys to fight for me, because no disrespect to some of the people in here now, but yeah, we need it to be done right and done differently, and it ain't about credit anymore. That's all I got to say about that. Yes, my Venmo handle, sorry, since someone's asking, doesn't mean the show is ending right now, but I always appreciate donations, and then people who aren't watching, there you go. And I never know if you guys like want to say that you donated or what. Like, some people just don't want it to be known because then other people are hitting them up, and I fully understand that. I appreciate you guys. Just know that. That's what it comes down to on that. So, yeah, someone donated right now, but I don't know if you want me to mention your name or not. I appreciate you. Thank you. I just don't know. But yeah, like I just want there to be changes, and I'm hoping that 2022, albeit it won't be January 1st, 2022, it'll be months down the road. And there's stuff I have that needs to get turned over to the estate, but I guess since there's changes happening, they haven't picked it up, and that's fine by me. I'll wait, but make sure it gets into the right people's hands that do stuff. So that's what it comes down to. And there just has to be different ways to promote them. And like, look, the Netflix documentary messes up a bunch of stuff, even though some people say it doesn't hurt deals. It does, because remember, what I spelled the Cashapp wrong, you guys. Sorry about that. Don't send that one because then it may go to another person who has that name. Yeah. So like when you guys are talking about you want that January 21st show, or you want the Atlanta show, there's a lot of reasons why it can't come out right now. But the main thing is that Netflix gets first dibs on showing that stuff. So it ain't going to be that date. Date where changes may happen are on 3/21/2022, but it'll take some time after that. So look, as I've said before, I just want to help. And these people, they're intimidated. They're afraid of me. I don't get it. Just like the male fans, like when they're trying to come after me on the Scandalous post, like seeing those double posted. I'm like, all right, everyone rather correct you and look like they're the person, just like everyone's trying to make a name for themselves. So it's problematic. I've been around. I ain't going nowhere. Why? How did Netflix get priority? They signed a deal about 5 years ago now to make a docu-series. And the main reason for the docu-series was that they're going to have exclusive footage from the vault that no one's seen before. So you're putting out stuff like the January 21st show or other unreleased videos before it gets out. It's a problem. It needs to be run through them. And not only that, it's not like the docu-series can come out and then the next day they can release it. There has to be a certain amount of time has to go by before that stuff can come out. So just like when you're only getting a DVD on the expensive box set now on Welcome to America, you're not getting that any streaming services, are you? Because that isn't part of the deal. They can't put anything on streaming services, and that's where the younger generation's at, and we can't do that. So yeah, and they went through 2 different directors now. They're on their second director. I hear a lot of good things about them. And remember, then COVID, so the deal had to be extended. And when I brought it up a couple of weeks ago, I was told it's looking like 2023. So like there's some stuff that you guys can blame on the estate and some stuff you can't. And I think like there's going to be a lot of lawsuits or whatnot that go on for freedom. And the money is in the merch right now, but we can't be having the same damn Purple Rain shirt now circular at different places. They're going to have like rectangle next and have the image out there. And yes, it is 12/3/21. You can put that any way that you want, but it'll be 3/1/2/2/2/1. Anyway, those a number and know the number and don't call later for y'all. Anyway. Yes, lift each other up and stop the competition for sure. But you know, what you have to do sometimes, like if I'm ever in that position, God willing, take other people's ideas, make the fan community feel involved. So, and this is Marcia saying this from Dave Hampton. Dave Hampton said it. There are people around now that couldn't get within miles of Prince. They're looking to repackage product with some liner notes and win a Grammy. As you guys say, it's really all about Prince's legacy, introducing him to new generations of fans. Amen. Dave Hampton knows what went down in 2017 and 2018 me. And he was there to say, you don't want to be involved right now, Jay. They most likely won't be involved later on. You know, you want it for the long haul. You want this for the rest of your life. And I'm like, damn right. He goes, the people are involved now won't be there long term. So, what's up, David? So, think about it as a true fan. We have limited time on Earth. The estate has a plethora of material. Open the floodgates, man. We got to be here for a while because the money right now is in the merchandise more than the music. That's what it comes down to. And if you release everything at once, the money will dissipate. So, yeah, Dave said it on my show, and Dave has had conversations with me in private. And, you know, like, look, I talk to him all the time about estate stuff because he works with Herbie Hancock and others, constantly picking his brains. Now, the thing that's different between, let's say, like the Miles Davis estate and the Hendrix estate is that Prince still has relevancy in the sense of commercial value and is more current. It isn't stuff from the vault and repackaging shows and doing other things. So you need someone that's be able to think artistically and not someone that's going to think like an estate where you guys are only getting 2 releases a year of older product from 1984 and 1985. You need different things. So you need to stay healthy. You need to do these things. That's what I did in my life. You know, I gave up a lot of stuff that I love so I can be around here for a while. And a friend of mine said I eat like an 80-year-old now. I'm like, I want to be around for a bit. Yeah, he's also the executive of the Bill Withers estate too. Yeah. But again, Prince's current plethora when it comes to music and being an innovator is still there. He isn't too far gone. And it isn't just vault material. And there's just a way to do it and a way to market it that can find a younger audience. The stuff that's being marketed to us now, like having Beck at Paisley Park. I like Beck. Is he selling like Taylor Swift though? Is he selling like Billie Eilish? The week that Billie Eilish came out, yeah, she was number 1 on vinyl, but who was number 3? Prince. That's what I'm talking about. You're not going to get Bill Withers in the top 10 of that. That's no disrespect to Bill. It's proven my point that Prince is still a factor. Like there's still ways to, even though he can't go on Fallon, he can't go on Colbert to promote stuff, there's different ways to do it. And we all learned it during COVID, but they haven't learned it yet. And I'm not going to do that. But there's other ways to do stuff to give it attention and have it find the younger viewers and make you guys happy and excited all at the same time. I want you guys to get happy and excited about releases and not after a release comes out, go, okay, I got it. Next, more. We need more stuff. The NFT world. They may. They need to market to new fans, but also acknowledge our generation fans. 100%. And there's a way to do that. It isn't as hard and tricky as they make it sound. They don't release unreleased videos or concerts. They can't. If you're talking about the Prince estate, they can't. Again, that Netflix deal, they have to get permission for stuff, just like they have to get permission for certain things to be shown at Paisley. You know, all that plays into it. The first year of the celebration, there was no Netflix deal. Even like the second year. So you're able to get certain things. You're not seeing as much material there anymore, are you? So disposable income, oh, come on. So, you know, those can be investments, especially with how limited the print is and how desirable Prince is. Like I saw the 1999 CD set, the box set, it's out of print. It was something like for $150 at Amoeba today. I'm sure that goes for higher other places. So, Bye, Cindy. Charge it. Watch us later. Much love to you. So I think Ruth should be coming out with a book. Talked with her earlier this week, but that's up to her. I do think it would be a good idea. So we'll see what happens with that. At least her heart is in the right place when it comes to the book on stuff like that. Can't say that about a lot of people. So, well, it was a good deal at first. I think it was like between 20 and 25 million, if not that, less, not more. It was a good deal at the time, but you thought that the deal was going to happen in 2 or 3 years. And that happened in 2017. Let's do math with me. 18, 19, 20, 21. You're going to have 5 years about to be. And then being told by people that I'll see the light of day in 2023. That's 6 years that go by. That's a lot of like, say with wrestling, because in baseball and other sports isn't like this. Wrestling, when you're let go of a contract, you usually have a 90-day to longer no compete clause. So you can't compete in other shows. It's the exact same thing with the Netflix deal. That whenever that drops, there has to be a certain amount of time. It could be a year. And that's why I'm talking about we may not be able to see stuff that we really want, full shows, till 2024, unless they come to an agreement. Like, look, yes, we've heard talk of a Parade Deluxe. We've heard talk of a Diamonds and Pearls Deluxe. So yes, there most likely will be a DVD included with those sets of one show. Now, will it be able, like what there was with COVID, like the Sign of Times New Year's Eve special that came with the DVD, it being on YouTube for an entire weekend? Is there going to be a special deal made like that again? Or is it going to be closer to Welcome to America, where there's no streaming deal made? These are the things that you have to understand. So when people say the Netflix deal isn't messing stuff up, it's not exactly true. It's preventing that if you make a deal with them, they may want the money now, but you guys can't, whoever it is, whether it's CBS, whether it's Apple Music, they can't be putting that out unless Netflix gives approval along with the estate. It's a lot of red tape, as someone said, for sure. Yeah. His worth is being disrespected by people that wouldn't even be known if it wasn't for him. Don't watch the videos, because it's all about a tell-all book, right? And just being absolutely outrageous. And that's why when so many people tell me, like, you need to write a book, you need to do this, but it's like you see the people that are doing it, and it hurts. And like I said, I wanted things to be kind of like clear, because whatever I do, I want his music to be involved, and I want the estate to be able to make money off of that. Like, I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about Prince. Like, yeah, I have a story to tell, and it's quite freaking cool. But I want them to be able to capitalize on it, not just myself. So I hope that makes sense. It's possible, Dawn. I don't know. I did hear them on rehearsals on someone else's account when I was in Minneapolis. I just wish that it didn't show like who's in the room, or like, say, I know that they allow you to listen to it afterwards now. I wish it didn't show that they've been listening to it. Like, sometimes privacy is a big thing. Just like when I say, don't let social media use you, use social media. It's the same thing. I haven't got tickets to the Spider-Man movie yet. And the way that the theaters are sold out around me, I may not be able to see it till Christmas or the day after Christmas. And to be honest, I might be putting my time away into that so people don't spoil stuff for me, But good luck to them. I'm sure it's going to be fun. And that's what it comes down to. Cheers to that. No Taylor Swift questions? I'll probably be working for the Taylor Swift estate before I work for the Prince estate. Isn't that sad? But I know more than just Prince. That's all I'll say. Current music, older music, Thank you, Shannon. Good seeing you. Be well. Much love. Like I said, I think Prince, which you already do. Think like Prince, which you already do. He loves challenges and he would prevail in the circumstances. Just like, and I said this before, broken record. Stephen Hill saying that the Prince estate will never make more money than Michael Jackson estate. And I'm going to say it again. Is this my camera? This my camera? I'm joking, you guys. Challenge accepted. That's how I look at it. Challenge accepted. There's other ways to think outside the box and do stuff. And that's the whole thing is like, the reason I sometimes feel that the marketing hasn't worked is no disrespect to them, but you're dealing with an unconventional artist, whether he was here or not. So you have to promote him in different unconventional ways that gets the fans excited and not just for a few hours. That's all I'm about. And I want to help. But there's other people that love to take your ideas and they're going to be like, no, you're not coming in with us. Stay out. You give us the ideas, but you stay here. We're going to take it. I got a new car to buy. No, not about that. I try, like I said, me and Prince didn't get along on everything. The first hour that we hung out in person, we were arguing over him taking down videos off of YouTube. We're arguing about him not having enough live footage out of himself. That I go, it's so disrespectful that you're the greatest live performer ever. And you only have 2 official DVDs at the time. And to be honest, that 1999 set and then the One Night Alone, that DVD, it was multi-cameras they were using in the crowd that night, trying to do different technology. He deserved better. No disrespect. You saw how they can do Montreux, but that wasn't officially released because they didn't get Prince's money right. And that's what it comes down to. You got to make sure that Prince gets the deals that he would want. That's what it comes down to. What's going on, Kathy? Don't worry about it. You can watch us live. You can watch us later, just as long as you're watching us. So his explanation was, tell him to go to Paisley and tell Kirk what show they want to watch. And I'm like, they want to take it home with them. They can watch it in my home. That was his response. So I find it interesting when they do play concerts at Paisley and stuff like that, because that's what he was wanting. He was not about you guys taking it home. I'm like, they want to take it home with them. And one time when Prince was still here, Adrian was asking, is that Montreux footage ever going to be officially released? And I went, they're not going to pay him what he wants. So you'll have to get that unofficial release. So that's what it comes down to. But, Prince, it wasn't about being stingy because he would give his money away, but he didn't like Madonna and other artists that he felt were beneath him getting paid more than him. That was the problem. Unfortunately, they bootleg it. But, sometimes you want that professionally shot stuff. And then there's other things. There's they'll show the editing bay at Paisley of What Third Eye Girl. There's also a show from Paris, France that The Crazy to Cool was taken from. And it has an interview between myself and a writer that interviewed Prince. And he talked about more stuff in the interview I did with him than he talked about in the magazine interview. So Prince really liked it and wanted to use the audio for it. I was told I'd be paid for it. I wasn't paid for it. But then again, it hasn't officially been released yet. But, I'm not going to stand in the way of stuff being released. I'll deserve a Grammy for that. Prince deserves a Grammy for stuff. He's sitting at 7 Grammy wins right now, right? One thing I'd love to do is posthumously, since we can't get it for him, when he was here, is get those Grammy total wins up big time. There's ways to even do that and play the game and not have it just be a historical Grammy. So we'll see. Prince didn't want them to bootleg stuff, but it would happen because he kind of got off in the sense that he was the most bootlegged artist of all time. What he didn't like is that, and he brought it up on Larry King, and at first, you're kind of like, what's he talking about when he's like, these people get off because it's stolen from me. They get off on it. There is some truth. And you know what I mean by that? Like him saying that, oh, people get off on having my stuff and they're not supposed to have it. It's the exact same people that when something is released, they go, oh, I've had that for years. Who gives a damn? There's certain stuff that was played at Paisley I may or may not have before. Who cares? Like this whole thing of like waving your nether regions around and to see who's got the biggest one is absolutely stupid. Like, I'm just so tired of it. Who cares if we had it before? I'm glad that the world is all getting it now. That's what it's about. Yes, there's some stuff I have that he trusts me with, but eventually I want to see that stuff come out, but it done the right way. So after P passed, many spoke about him and how he was with money. My conclusion is that he wasn't driven by money. Many people would shred him on the org because his practices. Look, it's just that he didn't want to be underpaid compared to other artists, but then he would be very generous with his money. It was just about, I'm not going to be working less than Madonna. It's like there was supposed to be a musicology tour special on NBC, an hour special. And they offered Prince some money. And they were going to pay him the same amount as Jamie Foxx had for his own TV special. And yeah, Jamie Foxx was hotter at the time, was a #1 special. But in Prince's eyes, you're not paying me the same as Jamie or less. I want more. So that's when the NBC deal fell through. He wanted more money than Jamie Foxx. They felt that Jamie was going to be a better ratings getter for them. And then HBO was in discussions for an entire concert musicology special. But in their deal with how much they were going to pay Prince, they were advising they wanted Prince not to perform for a year. He wasn't going to have it. What's funny is at that time, aside from the NAACP Image Awards, he didn't perform for a year and he would have gotten that money. But he wanted to have the option whether to perform or not and not be in breach of contract. But that's what it comes down to. It wasn't being greedy. He just wasn't going to do something less than someone that he felt wasn't on his level. And should we disrespect that at all? As you said, it was about his legacy, his business, and he knew his worth. So why I think Welcome to America was shut out from the Grammys this year. The time of the Grammy release, a month before Grammy nominations were due, and it dropping on the same day as Billie Eilish. Like, look, if they're wanting to be this, they wanted to have the vinyl pressed and all this stuff, I understand. But the Grammy voters, there isn't a Grammy division that's R&B only. There isn't a Grammy division that's classical only. They have to listen to everything. So the Billie Eilish thing kind of killed it. And I think they tried to do what was right. Born to Die, Welcome to America, and they were trying to hit grown R&B. And you saw with whose name escapes me right now, with 11 nominations, Colbert's guy, John Baptiste. That's the category they were going for. But I just feel it being a month before Grammy nominations were due and not being able to put out the promotion, it made it tougher. So I don't fault Sony, and I'll get into another reason that, say with the packaging, there's certain people that would want Sign the Times over Welcome to America, even if they were both involved. That's problematic. So it's different things. So why not at least a week before Billie? Look, the problem with that is they already set in the release. And then say with Billie, she could change release. She can go on Fallon. She can go on Colbert. They didn't have different things in place. So unless that happens, you can't do anything. You're going to waste money. When you put a release date on the schedule and then you switch it, there's money that is wasted. And again, they don't have an artist that can make up for that money and do stuff. And then if you're talking about Welcome to America for next year, it can't be, because unless they release singles, that it's already for this Grammy year. So unless they release more singles, it can't qualify anymore. You know, so those are the things that goes on. And it becomes problematic. And Billie Eilish got what, like 4 or 5? Same with Olivia Rodrigo. While Taylor Swift, she wouldn't play the game. She released multiple albums. Evermore was more critically acclaimed than Folklore, which won album of the year last year and got her like best record of the year too. She only got 1 nomination. That was last minute. Same with Kanye, because they added it up to more things. But Taylor wasn't doing the stuff that they do where it's like Grammy nominations that Billie Eilish was reading, and her brother Phineas. So as much as everyone says Olivia Rodrigo is going to be a slam to get Best New Artist at the Grammys, Phineas has produced all of Billie Eilish's stuff, and it's her brother, and he's just released his own solo album. So as big as Olivia Rodrigo was, and a lot of people comparing her to Alanis Morissette and Jagged Little Pill, don't be surprised, because Phineas played the game, that he gets the Best New Artist nomination and win at the Grammys over Olivia Rodrigo, which has been outselling Billie Eilish, actually. So if Prince were to win a Grammy anytime in the future, who would accept it? That's a problem. Maybe if they accept it, they should just put the Grammy around and then just have a thing that just says "Thank you, Prince," or play a video tribute to Prince instead. Like, I wouldn't want that. You know, like I said, it should be more about "Thank you, Prince" and all this stuff. So, but yeah. And that's why it's like when you set a date, when it's an artist that isn't here, if you change it, you're losing money. So Pew put his awards on the ground when they would hand it to him. Well, that's when they didn't have a podium. If they had the podium, he put it there. But he just didn't want to hold it, sometimes because it was heavy. So now, as Prince said before, let's go into this. During DMSR, he said, "I don't care to win awards." But in 1986, when he was inducted to the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame, 1986, not even 10 years into his career, he said, "I had a line that said, I don't care to win awards. It was sure easy to say that when I wasn't getting any." So there you go. And I believe, like, look, Prince pulled a Kanye in some aspects. In 1990, when he did the Rolling Stone interview with Neil Carlin, and Neil only believes stuff from up until 1993, nothing afterwards. No disrespect. You want to read the book, that's fine, but don't believe anything after 1993. When he told Neil that he will not be doing award shows anymore unless he's performing or he knows he's going to win, because he will not be sitting in an audience for 3 hours and have YouTube beat him. There you go. Of course, with awards like that, usually Prince is going to be on the pre-show or whatnot right now, if they get anything. So don't like Taylor's respect her game. Prince would be supporting her 100%. That's how I feel, and that's what makes me appreciate Taylor. So how do you feel about the siblings who sold their estate inheritance? Like, look, I feel that they feel that they wanted to hold out, but if Prince really wanted them in charge of stuff, there would have been a will and they would have been named. Sharon's thing is a little bit different, so let's not get into that too much, because she was trying to help him on early in his career. So, but you're talking about the siblings that sold their inheritance, so that's what I'm talking about. And they've been trying to wait. And this thing is, it's taken a long time. I could teach marketing your treasure trove. Someone would be looking at my resume and going, what school did you go to? What's this? What's that? So I'm gonna need you guys to have my back next year on some stuff. I appreciate it. And I will be doing what I can to help myself. But I may have to be a write-in nominee for things. So, yeah. Or did Kanye do a Prince? He took it to a whole different level. Prince didn't walk up during U2's speech and interrupt it, did he? He waited till afterwards and he just said, you know, I'm not going to do it. And he didn't. He did award shows where he performed. And when he won 3 Grammys the night for Musicology and Call My Name, he didn't show up because no one told him that he was going to win. But Prince was playing the game then. He was going to Clive Davis's Grammy party and a few other things. Prince in the 80s wasn't playing the game. That's why it's so disrespectful that Purple Rain, as an album, only got the Grammy wins that it got. And he actually got a Grammy that night for I Feel For You, Shaka Khan's version. So he didn't play the game. And Taylor, you guys can talk about all this stuff. She doesn't play the game. The Weeknd didn't play the game. And look what happened. So, you know, it's just ridiculous. And then, like, you look at Prince the week after he did the Super Bowl, he presented on the Grammys, and he didn't even get introduced. He just came out, did it, hung in the crowd for a little bit. They played a commercial thanking people for watching the Super Bowl the week prior, and that was it. He ducked. Clive Davis has a school. Does anyone know that? Ask Kelly Clarkson about that. So, you know, and like I said, and while you can, support true artists like Judith Hill and other people that have it going on, and give them the respect, and make sure to watch their shows and do other things. Can I shed any light on P's real feelings about MJ? Tess Smiley spoke about having a talk with P about MJ for hours. That's one time. Like, look, he said, you know, don't believe everything you hear. So, but, you know, I think he kind of kept stuff in private when it came to MJ and other things. There was absolute respect between them. Like, look, you know, I think Michael's passing deeply affected Prince, and only he can answer that, though. I can't speak for him on it. Will I have Judith on? I'd love to have Judith on, and just clear the air about some things. But, you know, I'm all for artists who I feel deserve more of a shine, and Judith isn't getting the shine that she deserves. Oh, well, if she's in the room, that's cool. But don't know, but I'd love to have her on. I enjoyed her show last week tremendously. I was front row for a bit, took some photos, and just chilled in the back to hear the sound. But, you know, it's amazing. And give her the props for Baby Mama Hollywood, for The Golden Child, for Back in Time, and the other stuff that she's done, for sure. And if Judith isn't here, much love to you. Great show last Saturday night. So, her page. I don't know. I don't see it, you guys, just because when I'm in StreamYard, it does something differently. But, you know, support. Buy those albums. Mostly independent record stores have it. Electric Fetus will have it. Paisley should be selling it. So thank you, Judith, if that's you. Very much appreciative. And yes, if you ever want to be on, would love to have you on. But you guys, whether she comes on or not, totally support her music, her album, and the live shows for sure. And she got that chicken scratch going big time. I think the biggest takeaway was I heard from so many people that were at Judith's show, they didn't know how amazing she was. So that's it. Hey, you guys are putting it out there right now. If there's a celebration next year, let's have Judith Hill there. 100%. I don't know how comfortable, you know, that'd be something we'd have to ask Judith how comfortable she feels going back to Paisley, though. You know, you got to be respectful of that. Download her music, but pay for it. So that's what it comes down to. But yes. And I did post some photos, not all of them, that I took from the show. So there you go. And someone's leaving a comment from a different show. So that's what it comes down to on stuff. There you go. You know, anything you guys want to say to her or ask her, maybe she wants to come on camera, I'll invite her, but she may not be camera ready. I'm sure not camera ready. So, Judith got to put on a suit for her. That's what it comes down to. And you never know what's going to happen in these shows, right? That's what it comes down to. And maybe if we do an interview with Judith, maybe we can have it pre-recorded, because sometimes the questions that you guys can ask can be a little insensitive, and I can be guilty of that as well. But we want to have our guests and whatnot feel super comfortable. So that's what it comes down to. So we should do another 20 Feet from Stardom type movie show, asking because I have ideas for people to have on. Back to it. Do I know why Rebirth of the Flesh and Sign of the Times Deluxe is 2 different mixes merged together? I didn't mix it. I can't answer that. I don't want to go into assumptions of it, but hopefully we'll get another version of it another time in the future. So thank you very much, Trish. Yeah, and that was a question from Steve on YouTube for the guys that are watching on Facebook or whatnot. I won't see it when it airs later on. What's going on, Danette? Are the Vikings going to want you at every game now that you go and they win? Anyway, it was good seeing you at that event, Paisley, last month. So yeah, you guys getting all silent. But thank you guys for pointing out that Judith was in the room. So much love, Double M. Have a good one. But very much appreciative for sure. Should we be wrapping up? If we just talk at once now, before we're getting so many questions and whatnot. So always good to see you. Always good to be seen. Do I want any bootlegs? We ain't talking about that. We don't need to know what I own and what I don't. I support official releases of things. That's what it comes down to. So, yeah. Let me put up links. Don't want to lose the footage. Whoops. I still see you guys. And I still see me, unfortunately. But yeah. Let me do this stuff. You guys have been behaved for the most part, and it's always appreciated. Just like Judith coming in. Have I heard Cognac CD? Haven't yet. At least once a week, we try to do them. But we want stuff to talk about when there's stupid drama going on. I definitely won't be doing a show because I will not be caught up in that. And that's being disrespectful to Prince when people go on to that. So thank you, Pan. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jen. I guess we should be wrapping up. Let's do it like in 13 more minutes, maybe. So, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the people donating. I'm not mentioning your names unless you want me to. So we don't need to get into it, Danette. We're not that type of party. But it's all about positivity here. I didn't know that Charles was in that room. That's cool. I'd love to have Sharon on one time, and hopefully we'll have that. So thank you, Frankie. I try. Appreciate it. So, excuse me, cat got my tongue. Anyway, we have to check out Clubhouse if he's going to be on. That's really cool. But yeah, Sharon's got stories to tell. you know. So the young and hungry prince trying to find a record contract. So yeah, you always got to show the support in different ways, right? Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. Even though like this one won't be going on streaming services, but we'll keep it here. And always a lot of love going on. It's always a surprise when I go. And people get offended when I don't tell them. But when Prince was here and I would just show up at places, everyone was more cool with it than they are now. You know, I'm not trying to announce myself. You know, we don't need no special bulletins. So that's just staying here on YouTube and Facebook. Like it hasn't been, it's like there's some shows that are exclusive for here, and this is one of it. Now, of course, if we had someone, an amazing guest like Judith Hill on, that would go everywhere because they deserve to have that attention. So that's what it comes down to. Oh, Lord, let me try to finish this protein drink. Ugh. Got to get that protein in, though. Got to be healthy. So, yeah. Yeah. You guys been having fun. That's always what matters, right? Always good to be seen. Long hair, short hair, we don't care. Just as long as you got hair. And even if you don't, if you can rock it, rock it. Be like Elton and Basimo. Ensure is better. Ugh. Doesn't have like milk in it. That kind of like messes up my stomach a little bit. These drinks are harder to come by now. I don't know if it's because of COVID, but it's so hard to find them, and they're absolutely ridiculously priced. And thank God I still have a few cases left, but oh my God. When people make merch, can you tell them to make bigger sizes for bigger people? I'm talking about the Prince Estate or Taylor Swift's, because Taylor Swift still has double XL, triple XL, and 4XL on their site. Just saying. The cranberry flavor. I think someone sent me that. I'm just scared of it. You know, I really need cranberry. I don't have like any not to say that you do. So let me shut my mouth and drink my drink. So I don't think cereal has 40 grams of protein and no calories or no carbs. So, you know, definitely Prince. Well, it's not up to me right now. That's an idea that they can take. But at least you don't have to buy one of their blankets and wear it as a double XL shirt, right? Or triple XL. But yeah. How's my health? I think I'm doing pretty good. Right now, I'm going to be around for a while, which is going to piss off a lot of people, but hopefully you guys will be happy about it. Yeah, P would constantly ask me about my health and how I'm doing, and I always appreciated that, you know. And then be talking about Kirk would come up to him like, "Man, there's 20 people outside of Paisley right now. Like, how they know we're having a show?" And they're like, and Prince will go, "They follow Funkenberry." And I'm like, "Well, you're the one putting it on blast, and I'm coming." You know, there was like times where he flew me out and no one was supposed to know. And I'm on the plane. It's like, you know, we'll be doing this show a little later tonight because Funkenberry isn't here yet. I'd be like, you know, so, you know, but we can go by Jeremiah. We can go by J7, you know, Dr. Funkenberry. Hopefully in 2022, I'll be known by those names a little bit better so we can not retire Dr. Funkenberry, but just kind of go by Jeremiah as a total thing. So yeah. A spoonful of peanut butter in it. I'm not mixing anything yet. Yeah, J7 was cool. Dr. Funkenberry sounds like he should be reporting on Bootsy Collins every week. You know, no disrespect, because I came up with the name myself and then Prince liked it. Just like 777 update. J7, Dr. Funkenberry. All these things that I came up with that weren't Prince inspired. You have people on the org and other places having Prince songs as their username. And I just said, nope, too cool for that. I ain't afraid of nothing. Well, maybe bats. But yeah. 3121 shows. I only planned on going to one of those, but every week when you're being offered free tickets, and at that time, JetBlue, like each way, it was $35 to fly out there. So why not? Then I had a place to stay. Yeah. Those were good times. Then after we did the Super Bowl, every show was a freaking sellout. So those were some crazy times at the Jazz Cuisine. So am I mentioning NEP's music? I don't know about the stuff that is unreleased or whatnot, but I know I didn't realize it till someone told me about the recording. But when I was at San Diego, the Hard Rock for Third Eye Girl, during Plectrum Electrum, he's saying, "What is Plectrum Electrum?" Funkenberry better tell him. He didn't call me doctor, he just called me Funkenberry. So yeah. And that's what Andy wanted to call me and others, because they couldn't call me Jeremiah because they're like, he's always calling you Funkenberry. He's always calling you Funkenberry. Like, as a Kofi Kai, I'm like, just as long as the check clears, you can call me whatever you want. So Melanie up in the room, guess she wasn't busy watching the challenge or trying to find a way to watch Zoe's Christmas special. Went to the Forum, and at the Forum Club, they have a Pick a Prince thing. He played there 21 times. He did that with one concert. Didn't he play there a lot more? Well, there was 17 shows technically that were at the Forum during the LA run in 2011. Then he did 3 shows and possibly 4 during the Purple Rain era. But that was it. Yeah. He went to the Forum to see other acts, but yeah, even during the 1999 tour, they played the Santa Monica Civic Center in the LA Sports Arena. That's why when he'd be saying, I saw Vandy 6 here, I saw the time here, I'm like, no, you didn't, but okay. So have ever had dinner with him. Twice he ate in front of me, and he asked me if I wanted anything to eat when they were ordering, and I didn't order. I did, like, come on, man. Like, if I'm having serious discussions with Prince, I don't want to have like something, like between my teeth, and I didn't want to get anything on my shirt, because back then I was bigger and I got everything. I like wore my food. I miss my mouth so much, it'd be absolutely ridiculous. So Prince presents Wednesdays at 3121. Yep. And you'd have Grupo Fantasma and a bunch of other acts there. And then the weekend that he was doing the Super Bowl, Lauryn Hill decided not to show up. So what about opening for the Stones? I was at the LA Coliseum, 100,000 people. What did he eat? I believe it was like salad. And again, that's when we're arguing about YouTube recordings and masters. And he was digging into a salad, and it made Julia and Andy feel very uncomfortable. Fake internet names. We don't go into that because I don't want people to search his old stuff and what he wrote. So sorry. Saw Kem there. Kem was cool. I enjoy Kem's music a lot. So this is why, like, I want to branch out into other stuff beside Prince, and sometimes it makes it hard because there are other artists that I would have a spotlight on and then they blow up. There's other artists that I appreciate that I'd love to have on my show. But sometimes people try to pigeonhole me and it makes it hard. Like, there was someone I wanted to have on and they agree to be on through Twitter. And, we're talking about how we're on for years. And then she's like, oh, I don't know if I'd be the best guest for this. I'm like, I want to have this. And then they just kind of like stopped. It's just frustrating because you want to be more than Prince centric. So that's what it comes down to. I'm almost done with it, but I don't feel if I have any more, I'm going to cough, and we don't need that on camera. I don't think so when it comes to KR. Of course, I'm getting a message from Insta. Hold on, guys. You know. Oh, Lord. DM sliding. At least be a little bit more direct. Anyway, girls try to slide into your DMs and it's like they want you to hit on them. It's like, come on now. Anyway, so mix it because it makes it hard for them. I absolutely want to have different people on, but I want to have it to where it gonna understand. Prince loved his fans. I think sometimes he wanted you guys to love him the way he wanted you to. We understand some stuff, but he does want to go back. So, you know, I hope, Marsha, from your lips to God's ears to Prince's approval, I wear a J7 shirt. Yeah, we got to make that happen. I mean, there could be Funkenberry stuff. Like I could have made symbols and stuff years ago. I just didn't want to do that. Like I said, made names for myself and wasn't trying to do stuff. And I'm on other message boards and other artist message boards as J7. So that's what it comes down to. But you know, that was a nickname that I had that I was given. And that's what I decided to use instead of having a Prince song title and then people hating that thing. As I said, J7 was loved in the Prince community. Dr. Funkenberry, they're coming after him with the pitchfork and they still are coming after him. Like, I don't know why all the hate, guys. I ain't coming after your woman. So it's all good. What's going on, Paul Peterson? So we had Judith Hill join us earlier, and now we got Paul Peterson up in the mix. So we talked about Paul's latest release on the Paisley 5 and Dime with Eric Leeds. If you guys heard that honking, they were wanting a copy of Paul's stuff. Make sure to head on over to Paisley 5 and Dime and order it. LP music up in the mix. So, you know, it's always cool when you got people like Paul stopping by and Judith stopping by. You get the old school, you got the new school, you got people still recording and releasing music, real music that I want you guys to support. But yeah, so was it someone said earlier they wish Peter Jackson was a diehard Prince fan? Ouch. That's hilarious. I told Prince good job and he laughed and asked if he gets a sticker. He knew I was a teacher. There you go. See, he would pay attention to stuff. There are just certain places that he considered a cesspool and he didn't want to do things, but he's very aware of you guys for sure. And when we were doing the show on Spreecast, he loved how to interact with you guys and he was seeing all the comments. So he was seeing what you guys are doing. So hopefully Prince is above or somewhere right now watching what you guys are saying on screen. And he knows what this is about. So think about stickers at the dentist too. Oh, think about more than that at the dentist. Shoot. I'm avoiding there right now. Knock on wood from somewhere. Yeah. So, oh boy. I don't want anything to fall. I was going to show you guys some stuff, but I have some things on top of it, so I can't pull it out too much right now. So we're about to hit Spike Lee's a dire Prince fan. He would do a great job in the biopic. They were avoiding Spike. They got someone now, and we'll see what comes out. So, yeah. Did Prince do enough cover tunes or release a cover album? It should be called I Got You Covered. Man, Prince covering people's songs is cheating. Just ask Alice Smith about Another Love. Just ask the Foo Fighters about The Best of You. Bonnie Raitt is a tough one to cover. George Michael tried it. Prince tried it. Can't Make You Love Me. Like, you can love their versions, but Bonnie still got it down. So that's what it comes down to. But, you know, you can always release like an originals too. And it should have been called Under the Covers. That's my opinion. Damn. See, Sterling? There you go. You typed it probably before I said it, but it showed up when I said it. It showed up that you typed it. But yeah. But I just want better artwork. is all I can say. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. But those are different things that need to go on. I like Princess, I Can't Make You Love Me much better than Bonnie's. Coming from a woman saying that, because you just don't want to hear Bonnie Raitt saying, just hold me close between your thighs. Anyway. Christmas. And come on, what about George Michael's version? That's a pretty good one too. Let's not hate on George. They just did another hour special on George on ABC TV this week. We're gonna get another Reels Prince special. We're gonna have Melanie pretend to be Prince this time, just like Danny Curiel. Danny needs to stay away from the baby. Anyway, I'm obsessed with Same Page, Different Book. Like, it's crazy that Tall didn't know that track was out before. Years before it hit on Welcome to America, and then other tracks. Like, that's just crazy. Tall was such a great interview, and that's the whole thing is that, yeah, she's in the Prince world, but she's in other stuff too. So, you know, that's what it comes down to in other things. Deep sigh. Yeah, Tall was a great guest. We always try to have great guests, and I always try to be a great interviewer and try to bring different things that aren't asked from other people. So that's what it comes down to. For sure. I don't know, you guys. We're at the 90-minute mark. Should we be like Penelope and Cruz? Should we be off like a prom dress? Should we be cheesy cheese? We'll see what Kip does. Hopefully Judith will go back and watch it. So I try. I try having interviews be awesome, make your guests comfortable. Like, the day that I do a show, even though like supposedly someone I interviewed like a lot of times, like Morris Hayes, I study, go back and look over things, go back over tracks, because you got to have this stuff fresh in your mind. And I feel it helps the interviewers. So yeah, I talked about the Judith Hill show earlier, and it was amazing. And then Judith stopped by in the room, so that was nice of her. But it was definitely good. I'm just scared of all this COVID stuff right now. So half the audience wearing masks, half of them not. But she was bringing the chicken scratch. It was a great 16-song set. So, and a cool opening act too. Yeah. So yeah, I try. I want to interview other people, but for December, we're just chilling. We're relaxing, overdressed, but we're still relaxing. No stress on guests. No worrying about booking them. We'll see what 2022 holds, but in all honesty, what we really want and other things, we'll probably have to do that show months down the road, not January 1st, 2022. That's for sure. But yeah. Any last minute things before we wrap up like a present? Went to see Adam Lambert in Vegas in October. Fantastic. It's been a long time since I've seen Adam. I mean, I was like running to places and take photos. But Adam seems happy. So that I think makes him the real winner of American Idol, right? That's what it comes down to. Yeah. And what do I want for the holidays? Aside from world peace, aside from COVID to be over, there's a lot of stuff I don't have when it comes to prints. Everyone thinks I got everything, but that's not true. And then people will ask for my address. Maybe I'll give you guys as my address, but just if you practice like love, or an address to mail stuff to, I should say. Like I don't want no one knocking on my door with themselves wrapped as a present. I don't need my neighbors to see that. Plus, with home robberies up in LA, you guys might get jacked. So, what a crazy, crazy, crazy week we've had in LA in crimes. I mean, it's just been way up. And this is what happens when you don't have bail set and people are just getting out. And that person was like let out in September. But much love to Jacqueline Avant. And just thoughts and positive energy to Clarence Avant and everyone else that was affected by it still. Yeah. They're not keeping me from using the name. They're keeping me from other things. I keep thinking about 2022 because we want things to happen for the fan community and for Prince. That's what it comes down to. So, yeah, smash and grab. They got to switch stuff up. And look, like, I don't know everything about the 3 strikes law and all that other crap, but whatever was passed in 2016, making some crimes a misdemeanor, and shoplifting, like, unless it's over $1,000, it's a misdemeanor. Like, it's problematic. Like, I miss being able to roll up to Target right around midnight and get something. Like, everything's closed early right now because they got to worry about these people breaking in and stuff. That's what it comes down to. I give someone else's address and have it mailed to me. I don't want to do PO boxes anymore because then there's charges for that. Then you have to go down there. It's just problematic. But smash and grabs are definitely out of control all over California right now. Come on, you got Amoeba closing at 9 p.m., man. Tourist hours. Let me wrap up again. Sorry, guys. Interesting. All I want for Christmas is a video for both Atlanta PM microphone shows. You ain't getting it. Sorry, no disrespect. We talked about before with the Netflix stuff. You ain't getting that. If you are, it's bootlegged. So I'll take a Bat Dance picture disc, a Bria Valente tonight, because I ain't paying $300 for that, or just other stuff. Yeah. Always loved and appreciated the candle I got. I totally appreciate it. So, yeah. I'm not used to getting a lot for the holidays, so it's just appreciated. I like getting books and other stuff for myself. 2 hours suck, Derek. You're talking about Hollywood or in the Bay Area? Yeah. They'll have, if you're looking for it, they'll have Rock and Roll Love Affair, a picture disc on the wall by his section in the back, I believe, but it is on the wall on the side panels. It's $125. So I don't know why Cashapp is being so lame, but that was my Cashapp one. Sorry, guys. So stupid and has me have to do it. Microphone concert ain't gonna be in that for a while. Wait for Netflix special to come out first. So yeah. Thank you from Australia. I appreciate all you guys. But I want to do more shows during the holidays. I want people to not feel alone. I know sometimes it can be challenging from myself even, but this is what it's about, you know, making sure that people aren't feeling a certain way. And look, like a lot of people in the Prince community over the past years have passed away, whether it's been from COVID, health, loneliness. Like, try to concentrate on that one good thing that happens a day. There's at least one. It could be that you got the front row parking to Chipotle. You know, there's a lot of stuff that happens. It's been a tough couple of years, for sure, but we made it through. You love at 3121 show with me in the background. Now on two. I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Although Alan may have something for you. Who knows? But yeah. Australia, the US, the UK, everyone up in this biscuit. Speaking of like Australia, I just got like a notification from someone from Australia in the Instagram DMs. All right, now playing that good music, I'm gonna get through. There you go. You know, an Ariana Grande Christmas song came on earlier today on my thing. I will see some George Michael or Do They Know It's Christmas? I don't think I have that on CD, that one, or even the vinyl of Do They Know It's Christmas? Feed the world. Let them know it's Christmas time. Found a raspberry at a secondhand store today, $4.99. Man, you better like wash that thing. No bed bugs up in that. I'm being silly. Yeah. I never talk about things that could be worse because sometimes I feel life is going, oh, I take that as a challenge. We don't need that. So yeah. Wow. I'm pretty surprised the amount of people in this room after over an hour and a half of ridiculousness. Although we did have Judith stop by and Paula Peterson stop by, which is always welcome and appreciated. Much love on that front. Anyway, silly, right? What can I say? And you guys are like, next time you got to tell me about the coolest Prince gift you guys ever got. I think Derek's about to grab $125 Rock and Roll Love Affair picture disc. Keeping the tag on. Oh my God. Hopefully it's clean. When P did the forum shows, he ventured off to Fresno and San Jose to do some additional shows. No, I would do that because the money was right, as Prince would say. Like, why sit when you be going elsewhere and make some money while he's waiting for other stuff to happen? I think during that week they weren't able to use the forum. And remember, during the forum when Live Nation dropped out for a bit, they ducked out. So, all right, guys, let's wrap it up. Big old group hug. Close on. And raspberry berets, be damned. Be careful about washing it or doing other things, but for sure. Prince would always get that money, so you guys get that money. Be happy. That's what it all comes down to. Good Lord. But yeah, here, I'll do this just to wrap it up because someone says, you always need to do it towards the end. I've already tried wrapping it up a few times, but there we go. I'm not going to do Cashapp because they're just going to do it. Love you back. And I'm going to be good and stay healthy. I'll be as good as I can be. How's that? Not a bad Santa, but not an angel either. All right, guys. But yeah. Always a pleasure with you guys. Keep it funky. Keep doing stuff. Thank you, Prince. Thank you for everything. Like right when we're about to log off, more people are coming into the room. That's always funny. But yep. Appreciate you guys. And next week, either Wednesday or Friday, we just switch it up. I had an eye procedure on Tuesday this week to get my vision better, which has been working. But I I just didn't want to have the bright lights. You know, you guys don't notice it, but, you know, I didn't want to have that on Wednesday. I wanted to give my eye time to heal because last time it turned red and blue, and we don't need that. All right, guys, much love to you all. Thank you so much for putting up with me. Thank you to Judith for stopping by. Thank you for Paul Peterson for stopping by. It's always appreciated. Support them. Much love. Thank you guys for subscribing and checking us out. And keep it funky. Till next time. And thank you, Prince. Much love, you guys.